about death. Not mine, but it's inevitable. All of us will go at some point, right? So when death comes to mind, it's usually a thing of sadness, mourning, maybe remorse, maybe regret. It's usually like a negative or sad vibe that you're filled with, right? And this is kind of pretty much how the mind is conditioned to take death, to treat death. So whether it's a loved one, someone you're close to, you're just filled with sadness. You're sad about losing someone. Or even if it's your favorite character in a novel, in a movie, you're filled with sadness because the mind tells you, oh my goodness, someone you care about just died. So death equals sadness or negative vibes. However, there are some times when death occurs and we might be filled with gladness. We might be filled with content. We might be filled with joy. And this could be, still relating it to a movie when the villain dies, when the bad guy dies, or even in real life, if you hear that someone did something crazy, maybe committed an assault on a human being, or anything negative towards somebody else, and then you learn that the perpetrator, lost their life. You might not feel as much sadness as you would for someone that you love dearly. But why is this? After all, the mind is conditioned to take in death as a sign or, like a negative thing. However, if it is towards someone that we have zero interest in or regard for, or just someone that we do not actually wish well, we are filled with content. We're happy, right? Which means it's possible to still condition your mind to take in death as either a positive or a negative thing, even though by popular demand it is seen as negative. So why can't you also condition your mind to pretty much take in rejection the same way? When we hear rejection, we think negative. Someone broke your heart, you got rejected. You failed an exam. You applied for a job, you got rejected. Negative, negative, negative. But if you condition your mind to see it in a different way, see it in a way where you can find strength, right? See it in a way where even though it's a rejection and you should be sad, you should see it as, while you may have rejected me, what could I have done better so that I will not be rejected? Or you rejected me for your reasons, however, the rejection is going to be seen as a positive to me because you might be a toxic environment. The job might not be actually what I'm looking for. It might not be in line with my career progression. The environment will not be conducive for me. The salary is not what I deserve to be paid for my competency level, right? So we need to start conditioning our minds to not take rejection always as a bad thing. Similarly, in the event that it's not a toxic environment, right? And it's a great place to be in and you really want to be there, but you just got rejected. Try and find the positives to it, because now someone is telling you, I'm rejecting you because I'm not seeing you as the best fit. Doesn't mean you're not a good person, doesn't mean you don't have talent or competency, but you're not the best fit, which means on your end, it's an opportunity for you to find out how you can be the best fit, how you can bring something better to the table. So this is where, we're supposed to sit down and go back to the drawing board. What exactly did that role want me to do? What exactly the partner that I was with expect from me, right? What can I have done better? What else can I bring to the table from a different standpoint that would make me a better person, right? So rather than see rejection as completely negative and, as a time to mourn and be filled with regret and sadness, try and see the positives to it. So let's condition our minds to see rejection also as a positive thing, whereby, you're being rejected, but it's only for you to be better and stronger. I'm glad about where my career has reached at this very moment in time, but I wasn't always getting the yes and the thumbs up. I have a lot of rejections in my past. And the rejections only made me stronger. And I think for that reason, it's easy for me to say that rejections can be seen as a positive thing if you condition your mind the right way and condition it to see it as a positive thing. You know, you get rejected, but the goal is to find out, why was I rejected? What could I have done better? Probably even look for other opportunities that probably would be better fit, right? But yes, let's condition our minds to see rejection as a positive, as a stepping stone, as something that can improve us, make us better, teach us something about ourselves that we probably didn't think about or we probably didn't know. Condition your mind to see rejections as an opportunity to be better than you were yesterday. And there is the guarantee that as it keeps pointing you in the right direction to keep improving, you will get to a certain point in your career that it will only keep going upwards from there. It can't go back downwards, because now you know areas of improvement, rather than getting a position that doesn't challenge you so much, or in your life you've not had so many rejections, which means you've never been challenged to do something different from what you're used to. And so you get to a certain point in your career where you just plateau. You're either just, on a straight line, there's no growth. It's hard for you to see growth, while you see other people that you left behind at some point, going ahead of you. So rejections are good. Condition your minds to accept rejections and learn from them, so that you can keep, accelerating, you can keep going upwards, you can keep progressing in a positive direction, rather than plateauing or even going in decline because you don't even know what to do. And then you get to a point in your career where your mind is not even quick to accept feedback. It's very defensive now because you think you know it all. Not quick to accept feedback because you're not used to getting feedback before, and you just also take every feedback as negative regardless, unlike people around you who actually accept feedback. So please condition your minds if you want to grow. All right, I wish you all the best and see you next time.